Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Falcon Crest Aftershow here on JLJ Media. I'm James Lott Jr., and this is a little quick one. I want to thank all the Falcon Crest groups. You guys are wonderful on Facebook, wonderful on Instagram, Twitter. Thank you for letting me post these on there and have discussions with you, because you guys really do engage and talk back and give me insight and tell me how you feel. I love it. I love it. I love it. And here's something that I touched upon in an episode a while back, but one of the funniest episodes that was on Falcon Crest. But people were asking me how I felt about Angela Channing's wit, her humor on the character's humor on the show, and how she was. And it's funny because we had this discussion. We're talking about the big ones, like Alexis, JR, Abby on Knots Landing, her over here. We're trying to get all the big names, the leads of these shows, lead characters, how they present themselves in terms of personality. And some of the other ones would do things with a wink and a smile. Alexis, very over the top, the bitchy barbs and all this kind of stuff. I say this and I continually say this, and I think you guys agree with me. Falcon Crest was its own type of show. It was very old world. It was very regal in terms of compared to the other four shows. Knots Landing was very much homey, suburbia. Dallas and Dynasty were out of control. Like they were just like over the top, big, flashy, everything. And any other little soap that came out, like Paper Dolls or Flamingo Road, all these things, they were all flashy. But of course, the bitchiest moments on earth. This show had great humor in the dialogue, but it was never like, but they had a few over top moments. They did. But like Richard Channing was always kind of funny and acerbic when he was talking, just in regular conversation, the way he would say things. Emma was intentionally funny. She would say things that was kind of true, which was kind of funny. But I always feel like Angela Channing was she was minimalistic in her approach. Angela would just say what she had to say. She just get right to the point. And what would come out of her mouth would sometimes be something that would make you laugh as she said it. Whatever her insults to you were, that's how she really felt about you. That's how she viewed you. And she would say it. She would get exasperated. She would just say things, almost like a matriarch would do, without any big histrionics and, overblown gestures. She had a look, like a lot of mothers have. They have a look. She had a look. She could cut a look, and you could tell all what she was thinking when she cut that look. And Angela was the type that, like I said, she loved her immediate family. And it was just almost like, her and JR had this in common, JR Ewing on Dallas. It was like, if you just do what I say, everything will be great. It's when you don't do what I say, things fall apart. They're not great. So you should do what I say. I told you. You should do what I say. But even in exchanges with Chow Lee, they were very close. I remember when he got sick and she had to force him to go to the hospital. She was hilarious with him. She was just to the point, not overly sappy, not overly dramatic. It was like, you need to go do that. You need to go to the doctor. You do this. She was just to the point. I like that. She also had a way of manipulating people to do what she wanted, do her bidding. I keep her hands semi-clean. She would do things where she would get them to do something and like not really tell them what to do exactly. And then they do it, and she'd be like, well, I didn't say this. I didn't say that. And technically, she didn't. She got in trouble, of course, time and time again. But I just think that Angela Channing was class. I know some folks said later in some later seasons, they thought she started falling into unfunny territory. But I always thought she had a nice wit on her that befit somebody of her stature, her character. She wasn't slapsticky and was like, it wasn't like that at all. So she would say something, you would laugh at what she would say. But it was like, because she really felt that way, that was like kind of true. So that's how I feel about Angela Channing's wit in the show itself. Like I said, Richard Channing was another one of my favorite characters who had a great sense of humor in the face of crazy. He was good about that. So a lot of the other characters were very serious, very serious. Everything was serious. So there you go. I have not watched Promised Land yet. I have it on my TV. I have it on my DVR. I'm going to watch it because people have asked me, are you going to watch it? And if you do, please tell you how I feel about it in relation to that. And I also heard of a show called Kings of Napa. They say it's a black Falcon Crest. So I gotta check that out too. I've seen some clips, they look funny. So I gotta see some clips. So there's like Falcon Crest related-esque stuff out there. I mean, about winery, I mean, wineries, I've been to wineries in Northern California. I love wineries. I used to live up in Northern California, not far from Falcon Crest. Well, the fictional place of Falcon Crest. I mean, there's it's a time. It's grapes, it's wine, it's romance, it's romantic, it's farms, it's sprawling. I mean, it's a subject that never gets old. I mean, it's there's always vineyards and stuff, and so you can really pull from that many shows. But it's kind of funny. There's 2 shows out right now. So I had asked in a previous episode, can the Falcon Crest be rebooted? And it looks like they're already trying that with other things. So I don't know. So I'm gonna check those out. I'll get back to you and give you my feelings about those. We are on all audio streaming. So if you're listening to us audio, thank you so much. You made our show a hit on audio. We're on everywhere: Apple, Spotify, Google, all that. And then we're also on YouTube on my channel, JLJ Media. Everyone have a great day. Be safe and talk to you soon.